So Keith, in talking with partners recently, I've actually had a few of them, actually within the last month, who specifically said, "Hey, we find ourselves competing with iOS devices on the shop floor." What are your thoughts about that?
Well, I mean, because of managers and upper level managers and CIOs and their kids pushing that kind of technology doesn't surprise me at all. But the device was built to be a consumer device.
Hmm.
It has no ruggedization. You can't take the battery out. You have all those standard issues you have with any consumer built device, right? And while I see why it would end up filtering out through the system and the ecosystem because of a push down approach, I can't imagine any operations guy really wanting to try it.
But there are operations people that are
And
wanting to try it,
wanting to try it?
or trying it, saying this is the direction we've headed.
Yeah, so
you and I have talked about people who are using iPads on the shop floor.
yeah, but my belief is, and I could be wrong, that that's being pushed on them.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Not by their own free will. It's kind of being
Correct.
I
Either
got it.
purchasing is going, look, I can buy 5 of these for one of those,
Mm-hmm.
or the CIO has made an edict that, hey, this is the direction we're going, right? So I think your operations people, again, they look at this thing as a tool, right? It's a tool, and the tool needs to get the job done. If I can't swap my batteries out, and my battery's dying in 5 hours, 6 hours, then I can't even get a whole shift out of it. Now what do? They have to have 2 of those devices, and they have to put ruggedization on those devices, and it's harder to maintain. You look at your IT staff, now they have to take all the ability they have to push down changes, and now they have to change all that over to work with iOS. Or if you're developing software, millions of people can do C Sharp, right? There's millions of programmers out there that can do C Sharp. You can find C Sharp people everywhere. You can't find iOS people everywhere, and definitely can't find people who are doing C Sharp now. They're going to be able to transition to iOS easily.
Okay, so I guess taking us one step further, what are some of the hiccups that you've seen companies experience when trying to go iOS? I mean, we talk about the nag screen when there's iOS version updates. Do you want to update? Are you sure you don't want to update? That kind of thing, nagging you every day. But even more than that, you mentioned the batteries. Batteries aren't replaceable in the field, I should say. But what about like the Wi-Fi radio?
Yeah, it's consumer based, right? It's assuming that it can connect when it has Wi-Fi and it's just a one access point.
That's what I was getting at. So like roaming. This is
Yeah,
what I was
roaming's a
kind of
huge
getting at.
problem,
Okay.
right? And they don't even have the R standard, the 802.11r, which is the roaming standard that's come out. I mean, we build our devices, and everybody in the industry that we're in, right, builds devices to roam at fork truck speeds from AP to AP to AP. The iOS, that's not its world. Its world is I'm at home and I connect. I see an IP, I can connect.
Right, because you're normally made for your house or
Yeah, you're not
a
going to be moving very much.
coffee shop or something.
Yeah, or if you are moving, you're not staying connected moving, right? You're connecting here, when you get to the next place, you reconnect. It's not that big of a deal. If you're in the middle of a transaction and you roam, what's going to happen? Is it going to keep the data? Is it going to lose the data? Is the AP going to have to forward it? What's going to happen? Good question. Good luck.
So just one more follow-up then. I know with our Android devices, there's options for, GMS or non-GMS type options.
Yep.
iOS doesn't give you an option. With GMS, you're basically saying, okay, Google, I checked that box. You can get the data, you can see the data, you could get the data, everything passes through you.
Right.
But with iOS, there is no option. So if you choose to go with an iOS device, basically there's a potential privacy issue.
Not only a privacy issue, but think about hackers, right? I mean, we build into all of our products some enterprise level security to stop that stuff from generally happening, right? iOS is iOS. And if I'm a hacker that can get into iOS, I can get into iOS. So if I can spoof your iOS account, if you will, what's to stop me from getting into your system and doing whatever I want to within your system via the iOS route?
Are there end users that you've seen where they said, okay, we're going to go iOS, and at least they proved that they're themselves that we need to do something, but they came back and said, okay, we proved that we need to do something, but iOS wasn't the right choice?
Yes, a large auto manufacturer based in Ohio. They went down the path, and mainly they went down the path because Android wasn't really ready,
At the time.
and we weren't really ready with Android.
Okay.
And they saw Microsoft OS going away. They're like, okay, we got to do something. So they chose iOS. Microsoft OS was going away. Android wasn't quite ready, so they went iOS, and they've had limited success. It rolled out well, took a ton of time. They have to have 3 devices because they're 24 hours a day shops. So that means they have to have 3 devices because they're charging one, right, or they're charging 2 while one's out. When that one finishes, the guy may have to grab it. This one's not fully charged, so they have to have a 3rd device just as a backup. So now They're buying 3 devices, plus rugged cases, plus scanning modules, plus they had to retrain their entire software development staff, plus their whole IT staff to learn new tools to work with iOS. And now they're coming back and going, you know what, that was a mistake.
Ooh.
And we're going to stop the bleeding now. Where they're going, they don't know. They're opening up to reevaluation.
Okay.
So more than likely, they're going to go down the Android path. But right now, they're looking at it going, okay, it cost us X millions of dollars to convert over to iOS. Now we're looking at millions of dollars again to convert over to Android, and they want to make sure it's the right path before they go. No, I think the big problem comes in, or used to come in, and I think it's going away now, when they were subsidizing the devices, right?
Oh,
So
like
AT&T,
right.
Verizon, right? If you've noticed, that's kind of gone away.
It has.
You kind of buy the phone now. So now your $200 phone just went to $700. If you have to buy 3 of those, you might as well buy a mobile terminal.
Well, right, and even back in that day, when if you can find someone who is, give you one for free, if you break it, your second one's not free.
Right.
The third one's not free. There is quite a bit of ammunition if you kind of know the talking points, and you at least get the end user who is at least willing to listen to it.
Right.